Hello and welcome to another Retro Countdown presented by Quinforce Gaming. With the first trailer for Star Wars The Last Jedi dropping this week, we've decided to take a look at the best games this franchise has spawned. So today's rankings are going to take into account game sales, along with both critical and public reception. So sit back and enjoy today's top 5, focusing on the very best Star Wars games.
The Empire is on the verge of success.
This entry in the massively successful Jedi Knight series builds upon its predecessor in almost every way. Yet again, starring the badass Kyle Katarn, you get to start from scratch as a character learning the ways of the Force. Beginning the game with blasters and rifles, you begin to work your way up to the iconic lightsaber and learn to harness Force powers before putting them to use in the most satisfying ways. It seamlessly flips between first and third person views to give the player the best experience possible.
Are you saying I can't be trusted?
I'm saying that I want you to let go of your anger before it destroys you.
A sequel to the moderately successful X-Wing, TIE Fighter again built on the mechanics of the original, but also added a twist by letting you take part in classic battles from the original trilogy from the perspective of the Galactic Empire. Far more than just your average flight simulator, TIE Fighter had a campaign that picked up shortly after the Empire's victory on Hoth and pitched you against not only the Rebel Alliance, but also pirates and traitorous Empire forces, culminating in your attempts to prevent a coup against the Emperor Palpatine. Widely considered to be among the best PC games of all time, TIE Fighter really earns its place on our list.
The rebels are unprepared for our attack. Signal Vice Admiral Thrawn to launch his TIE squadrons immediately.
We'll have to capture it before moving on.
Let's turn this place into a scrap pile.
The Star Wars Battlefront series saw its first release in 2004 and took the source material in a slightly different direction. Instead of giving you a main protagonist to care about and follow through a campaign, you instead choose one of two opposing armies, such as the Rebel Alliance or Galactic Empire. Players were then able to reenact famous and iconic battles from throughout the original trilogy, the prequels, and now with the newest installment of the game, Episode 7. The first and second games really hone the mechanics and addictive gameplay, whilst the newest title, simply called Battlefront, introduced stunning graphics.
It is useless to resist.
Easily the best received and biggest selling launch title on the Nintendo GameCube, Rogue Leader throws you right into the action by giving the player the ability to take part in some of the most epic space battles in any Star Wars game. No one really thought that a Star Wars game would make such a splash on a Nintendo system synonymous for their proprietary characters. However, it was later called the game that sold 1 million GameCubes. The dogfights you have in between half a dozen Star Destroyers look incredible, and the graphics still hold up today. You even get to make that X-Wing Death Star run from A New Hope. It's just an awesome title.
Use the Force, Luke.
Both Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 did something that many had tried but few succeeded at when making a Star Wars game. Create a compelling story that linked to existing lore but separated itself from the characters and themes that the movies had set out.
You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it, I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers.
Knights of the Old Republic chose to explore the history of the Jedi by looking at a story set almost 4,000 years before the Skywalkers. The game itself played much differently to other licensed titles, setting itself up as an action RPG and giving the player the ability to choose the overall destiny of their character as they battle against the Sith Armada. Unsurprisingly, Knights of the Old Republic topped every single list we researched. so no one is arguing against this making number 1 on our list.
Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core.
So what do you make of our list?
You're at the top of my list, smuggler.
Have we missed out a Star Wars game that you think should have been included? Would you have ranked them differently? If so, we'd love to hear your views in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more retro countdowns here on Quinforce Gaming, and may the Force be with you.
This rebel stronghold has no hope of escape. Commence the attack.
Yes, sir.